welcome back and welcome to Crafters TV. This is your last show today. It's Friday, isn't it? Today, Friday, 2nd of December. We know it's Friday because the office is all gone. We came off air at 4 o'clock and it was like a ghost town, an absolute ghost town. There was nobody there. They start early on a Friday so they can finish early. So no, they haven't just slacked off. No, it's absolutely fantastic. They have, says the voice from over there.
They have.
I must be nice. I must be nice. Michelle grasped them up. No, it's absolutely fantastic to have you here with us. This is, to say, the last show of the day. So it's the last show. We can remind you that it's the second day of our 12 days of Craftmas. So if you have been considering some Spectrum Noir products, pens, ink pads, I'm guessing the cardstock, anything that is Spectrum Noir based, go onto our website and make sure that you put 3 of them in your basket and you will only pay for 2. So your cheapest one will be free. Now remember, there will be some exclusions that will apply. The details will be on the website. But make sure you maximise the discount you get. Make sure that you put your free one is of an equal value to your other 2. Don't go putting something half the value in. Make sure you maximise that discount and get a really good deal on for 3 for 2. But that's not what we're here for today. This is our launch show. Really, really excited. Now, can I just say, we are having a little bit of behind the scenes panic, rush around. We have sold 75% of the launch day stock. So we are having to make calls and say, please, please find us some more. We have sold the launch day stock. The 25% is not going to last us the next 2 hours. So I hope somebody hasn't switched off all their phones and is paying attention and can get us a little bit more passed over. Otherwise, we're unfortunately going to have some disappointed people. So I'm not trying to say that to scare you, but if you want this now, we will find some more stock maybe next week, later on in the week, definitely. But if you want this now to get it soon, then you really, really do need to put it in your basket and check out sooner rather than later, because honestly, we're down to 25%. And this is 3 minutes into the official launch. And when you see what you're getting and the price you're getting for, you will understand why it is so popular. So what you're getting is our pop-up vase and our floral collection. So this is your pop-up vase. So you can see it's 3-dimensional. There you go, look at that, 3-dimensional. And it pops out because you have this lovely little mechanism here that you glue 3 of those together and it makes like the springy action that goes in the middle and pops the vase out. But if you want to post, because we recognise that postage can be expensive and postage can put, you know, some people off, then it will fold lovely and flat for you to pop it in an envelope and away it goes really easily. Now, you're not just getting the vase, you're getting the decorative panels. Remember, these decorative panels can be used outside of the pop-up vase. You're getting the bow and you're getting the sentiment as well. I love this one, this Mackie? No.
Macintosh?
Yes.
It's Rennie Mackintosh.
Rennie Mackintosh, not, yeah, I got it completely wrong. Rennie Mackintosh inspired, I don't know. I've used my quote of words. You know, it's so good I get 2 hours to drive home after the show because I can just recharge all my word count up. It's brilliant. No, Rennie Mackintosh, that's what that one is. Very inspired by that. I love that. And then you've also got the floral one, which is really nice as well. Imagine that. You could be putting lights behind there and shining out. You can have it, put panels behind if you want, or have it solid. So that's the vase. You're not just getting that, you're also getting your flowers. So you're getting all these dies, look at these, and you can see straight away that these flowers are going to be able to be used with the vase and separate from the vase as well. Now, some of them are sort of your realistic flowers, daisies, sunflowers, gerberas, all those sorts of things on there. But you also can make some gorgeous fantasy flowers if that's what you like. Now these are cut and embossed dies, so I'm sure Michelle will show you that. So once we've cut them, run them through with an embossing mat, and then that really adds the extra detail in. And you could be making things like this. Oh, I've got a twisted, there we go. We can be making vases that pop out and then go flat on the front of your cards. You can also make individual little vases with our gorgeous sunflowers. You could be just using the florals on the edge of your card. You could be making little vases just like this, I'm trying to find some more. You could be using vases just like that. Aren't these beautiful? It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nitwits. That is.
Yes.
And
I thought
then,
you was calling me a name then.
no. Then you can do standalone vases. Imagine this with name tags in, you know, Mother's Day, taking these into old people's homes, hospitals, however. But this really shows how this works. So this beautiful one's done by Jan. And you can see, really three-dimensional. This is popping all the way out to here. But when you want to, it's going to fold perfectly flat. Look at how flat that has gone, but then it can be a really, really dimensional project when it comes out of the envelope. So absolutely perfect. Now, what you need to know is what this is going to cost you. So today, that's £27.98 or $31.90. But you're going to get pay the platinum price, which is down here, £22.38 or $25.52. But everybody, whether you're platinum, gold, silver, or it's your first order, is going to get a bonus 100 points on this order. So it's going to help you get to the next level if you're not there, or help to maintain you if that's where you are at. So if you want this, please don't hesitate. Get on with this nice and quickly. And I'm sure I'm going to be giving you some more stock updates, and I'm sure we're going to have our limited on the screen very soon, because this is just 7 minutes into the launch and we don't have very much left at all. Now, you might have heard her from the other side of the studio. she had to let us know she was there. No. It's absolutely fantastic. This is my last show tonight with Michelle. I think it's our last show of 2022.
It is.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to show us, Michelle?
So we're going to make this vase as it's supposed to be, a standalone centrepiece for Christmas. You're going to be putting people's names in, so you sort of your name place settings for your Christmas table. And again, so just changing the colours of these can make it match with any Christmas decor that you have got going on. So I've got my two die sets, and as Corrine showed you, you've got the pretty vase, which is your main work elements, and then you've got the delightful bouquet, which is all your floral elements. So let's just pop those to the side, but I will show you this. So this comes with your pop-up vase. So your main worker die, you've got those instructions in there. It's showing you that you need to cut 2 of those. It's optional if you want to cut those dies into it, so your decorative panels. It shows you how to pop them together. You need to cut 3 of these out, which is going to make that bar that holds it, your vase open and closes it. It even shows you what it looks like from the top view, so you know exactly where you're popping it. And then, obviously, you know, it shows you the front of it. So you've got the instructions there, so you're not left alone. I mean, and you've got me. What more could a person want
Exactly.
than us? So we're going to pop this one off first.
And you've just done a video this afternoon showing how these work as well, haven't you?
I did, yeah, a quick little video. But again, you know, you can always go back to this morning's show. You can always, you know,
rewatch this show.
Rewatch this show, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, so what we're going to do first, we're going to tape that down. And you have 2 choices here. You can run that through as it is, or if you're feeling that, you know, you're okay with it, you can add one of your panels along with it, which I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm taping it down at the top and at the bottom so it doesn't move. And then I don't need to worry that I'm putting a couple of dies through at once. You know, I don't need to worry that one's going to move and overlap the other. So we're going to use some of these flower dies as well. So I've got textured cardstock for this. Is an absolute dream to work with. Is that
from the Brights card pack? It looks like it.
It is, yeah. This is all my Brights.
Yeah, beautiful cards collection.
It really is. But again, you know, you can be using your pastels. You don't have to be using all the Brights. It's entirely up to you.
Decisions.
Yes.
So many decisions.
Definitely. And then one last thing, we'll pop one of the, I love this one. I love this foliage.
Especially embossed, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yes. So we'll just pop those through for now.
That's already cheery, just looking at that palette of cardstock on your
It really
plate,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah. our pastels and our brights cardstock, the textured card pads, are just gorgeous. There's literally something in both of those pads for any and all occasions. Even down to your Christmas colours, you've got that that green and red there. So even down to Christmas, you're covered with those two pads. Right,
it's amazing how you can change the look. Just a little bit of card or a little bit, you know, a little bit of ink completely changes how it looks. Yeah,
definitely. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to be bringing all your inks in with these. You can see, you can run this back through with your embossing mat, but even without that, you have got lots of emboss.
Is it already starting to come through?
Yes, on there.
That's the pressure of the Gemini, though, isn't it?
It definitely is. Yeah. So let me just poke it all. Let's pop this out. And again, I've got all that embossed detail there. If you want it deeper, then absolutely run it back through. But if you're happy with it as it is, then you obviously don't need to. But again, even on that, the emboss on there is just, it's really deep. Right, so let's pop this off. So just removing those carefully is not to rip my card. And if I pop that one on there, and just lift that off, you can see straight away.
They've all popped out.
Yeah, there's just a few left in there that we're going to pop out, but you can see it's cut through beautifully. All I'm going to do is, let me just get rid of that little bit of sticky. So I was saying earlier this morning, you've got the score lines on there. If you have cut that panel out and that panel, and you feel you want to give that a rescore, just because you've got lots of cut area, it can be a little bit difficult to just burnish it. Then just pop it onto your scoreboard and give it another going over, I was going to say. But yeah, go back over it if you need, if you feel you want to. You can see, I'm just going to be ever so careful near those cut out bits, and there we go.
There's so many people watching tonight, and we'll go through these in a few minutes when we've finished this demonstration, but there are lots of people here watching us tonight, so thank you to everybody that's put a message on. Make sure you keep commenting. We'd love to hear from you. Love to know if you bought this, are you considering buying this? You know, did you get it yesterday when it snuck onto the website? You know, have you got this? And have you? And we asked earlier, who would you give your first make to use in this collection? I love to know that sort of thing. I want to know the detail. I don't want half a tail. I want the whole tail.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I've got now is I've got 3 of these. So if I just bring in that die to show you. So this is your die. This is going to create your 3 arms that go inside.
It's got that very slight dog leg in it, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's on a, let me bring that in. You can see that you've got that angle there. And that's just to allow it to sit perfectly in your vase as it needs to be. So you're just going to fold it in half, and then you're going to fold those 2 ends out.
All of this is on the instruction sheet, isn't it, Michelle?
It
so
is.
If anybody's in any
all
doubt,
there for you.
Please don't think it's complicated because you've got full instructions.
No, definitely not. So it tells you need to cut 3 out. You can see where the score lines are on it, so you know exactly where you're going to be, burnishing, and then you're just going to put them together in a triangle. It couldn't be any easier. I always like to say, if I can do it, then you can do it. And that's not because I'm trying to put myself down. I'm just saying, you know, it's that easy. So we're going to tape these. I'm going to use my normal tape pen for that. So I've taped both sides. And then I'm just going to get that right.
It's getting it the right way up, isn't it?
It is,
it's got
yeah.
a dog leg. When I was putting a couple together, I nearly
put it upside down. I mean, I don't think it would really matter that much. And to be honest, you can just peel it apart again if you've got it on the wrong way.
Yeah, our tape pens, they've got a little bit of time, haven't they? Before
they have, yeah.
They go totally firmed up.
They do. You know, before you give it a good burnish, you've got that time to just pull it apart a little bit. So let's just stick that last one there. And you can see, can you see? Let me go. There you go. You've got those 3. And all you're going to do with those 2 end bits is you're going to fold them out away from each other.
Perfect.
So you've got it like that. So let's do it with all 3. Last one.
Always reminds me of a little propeller. Can you see it when you put it down?
It does.
Or somebody said a drone propeller.
Yes, of course. Right, there we go. So that is that. So I've got my 2 pieces and we're going to pop those together. And I'm organised this time. I went and
Did you go and shout Tracy and say, can I have some more red liner, please?
I didn't know. I remembered just before, literally, it was a minute to when I remembered that I needed the red liner tape. So I run out and sneakily got some before Tracy could see me.
What she doesn't know, it doesn't matter, does it?
And she's just literally come in and said, have you got everything? And I was like, yes.
I have now.
Probably not. Give me another 10 minutes, I'll be shouting her, but I'm sure she doesn't mind.
No.
Right, so there we go. So we've got those 2 pieces. And again, you can be using your wet glue if you want to pop these together. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to use red liner tape. It's just...
It's easier when we're doing it on the show,
Yes.
isn't it? And you just want to carry on.
That's it. But it's uber strong. If I'm doing anything sort of 3D at home anyway, this is my go-to, I must admit, is my red liner. So let me just... Now my tab is obviously going over that. I don't mind it so much because that is going to be my front. If you do mind it, you know, you can always be, you know, matting and layering on the inside or on the outside. So like I did this morning, I've run this back through, and if I just trim that down, you don't have to have it on the outside. I can pop it underneath and you've got that beautiful purple underneath, but I'm going to leave that as it is. I quite like that. So then what you're going to do is, you've obviously got these 6 corners, points, whatever they are called, and you're just going to pop these in, and they're going to go in that one, you're going to miss one. It's going to glue in that one, you're going to miss one. It's going to glue in that corner and you're going to miss that corner. So it's as easy as that. So just to do this, I'm going to bring in my wet glue.
I think wet glue possibly is the easiest at this point, just because it gives that adjustability, doesn't it?
It does.
As long as you've got time to just leave it for that minute or 2 before you start trying to hang things off it, then you're fine, aren't
Yes, yeah, definitely. So let's pop that one in there first. I'm just going to hold on to that, and we're just going to go around all 3 and give them a good squeeze into those corners. Bring back to that one. And these are exactly the right length that you're going to need to pop.
It is, isn't it? Everything has been worked out absolutely perfectly.
Definitely. It takes all that, all the hard work out of it for you, so you can just get on with the fun bit, which is putting it together and creating, not worrying about measurements and sizings and things like that. So that is that for now. So I'm just going to pop that to the side, let my glue go off a little bit, and you can see I've got lots of these elements here. So if I bring in lots more, so I've already got lots
that's
pre-cut.
a nice green. That's really strong, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then so you've got this die in here, and all this one is doing is cutting your stems to your flowers. So you can begin be cutting these in whatever colour that you're wanting to be creating this in. So I've got lots of flowers already cut out. You've got
Put you on the spot, Michelle. What sort of what GSM would you be recommending for the different elements?
So for your base, I would recommend a 300.
Yeah, your multi-purpose.
So our black, our craft, our Centura Pearl, our white, all those are a 300. I think our Centura Pearl with the coating is 310. So any of those, absolutely brilliant for your base, because you want it to be heavier. And then especially if you're going to mat and layer on top of it as well, even better. And then so our textured cardstock, I feel, is the perfect weight for your elements in. So I think, I'm not sure if it's a 220 or a 240. I did mean to check, and I absolutely...
240, I think it is, yes.
Yeah. So
it just feels a little bit lighter, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it just,
But again, you know, be using our vellums. Our vellums will look
That would
lovely.
look lovely, wouldn't
you know,
it?
be creating your flowers with those. Yeah, definitely. So
do you double up your stems, or does it depend on what you're making?
I think it depends on what I'm making. So again, so I've done my stems out of this lighter weight, and I might find that once I pop that on, it starts to bend. If it does, I would double those up.
Yeah.
If you're happy with that the look of those bending out, then absolutely leave it as it is.
They're not too high, it's not too high, is it? It's not supporting too much weight at all, I don't think.
No,
so
that's
probably
it.
Absolutely fine.
That's it. So the Just For You, which that sentiment comes with it. I've got it on, I keep wanting to call it a lollipop stick.
I know what you mean.
Everything goes back to food.
Yeah.
I've just cut a square and that's my Just For You. So I'm going to decide which is my front piece, which is that. And I'm just going to pop that in just there. So you can be using your wet glue, your hot glue gun, your tape pen, entirely up to you. And I'm going to put that on a nice jaunty angle. I don't want it straight up. And then this, again, this is the fun bit. You're just gonna have fun popping all these together.
You've got loads of bits there, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's actually, it's got a nice bend in it.
Yes.
Not too much, I don't think.
No. I think if you suddenly went like your 300 GSMs on the top and tried to get a 220 to support it, you might have problems, might you?
Yes, definitely.
I think it's because you've got the same weight all the way through.
Yeah. So we
Your tape pen works brilliantly. If you are going to use a wet glue, then just remember not to squeeze it shut until it's dry. Otherwise it'll be shut for permanent.
Yes, definitely.
It's the voice of experience. Who might, have done that just once. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so all we're doing now is we're going to build this up. So I'm going to start from the back and come forward. It makes it a little bit easier and a little less fiddly. So she says, there we go. So I'm going to give it a good press.
I'm sure that everybody will find this a lot easier to put together than we're trying to put it together and show you what we're doing. If you could just put it flat on the desk and put it together, I promise you it really is straightforward and it isn't complicated to put together. But Michelle, bless you, you're trying to do it at an angle so people can see what you're doing.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Just
Yeah.
trying to get you to be able to see. It just makes it a little fiddly.
Yeah, now, just been informed that of our launch day stock, we are now at 80%, so it is going fast. Now, there's lots of you on here that have bought it today already or yesterday. A couple of you got it from HSM when it might have been on, well, it was on previously. So, yeah, there's lots and lots of people, and I'm going to go through all of these very soon. Yes. And we'll do that, but I don't want to distract from Michelle's demo because we've got lots and lots of comments and it's lovely to have you join us. Thank you very much. This is what it's all about, isn't it?
It really is.
Do you agree that more is more with this collection?
Yes. You really, really want to build these up. You want to have lots in there. You want to have lots going on because the busyness just adds to...
We were talking about this in the break, weren't we? We were looking at them and the ones that seem to have the best wow and the best impact were always the ones that had the most elements in.
Yeah.
You can get a lot in there and it will still flat fold lovely and flat. You know, if I look at this one, you know, there is a lot in there and it'll still go nice and flat, no problem whatsoever. Yeah. So yeah, please make sure you put plenty in there. That one's by Sarah and I think she's watching us. So hello, Sarah. I love your finished sample. Thank you.
But I think you're going to want to with this. You're definitely going to think just one more, just one more, just one more. You're definitely going to go down that road. Yeah. You're going to go down the
If you've got
my
scope
road.
for one more, then put another one in.
Yes, definitely. So let me trim that down. I'm going to come to the front now. I'm going to pop this one on the front.
Yeah, cutting those down means you can use the stems for other ones as well, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. So you've got that Y shape in there. So you're going to be popping them on there as well, and you're going to have them on lots of different angles. Let's bring a couple of these in. Let's give them a little bit of a...
Makes such a difference, doesn't it, doing that little bit of shaping?
Yes, yes, definitely. And again, this lends itself perfectly to having lots of shape in there, lots of dimension. Just going to get... You are going to get lost in it because I am. I'm really struggling to talk to you.
I can keep talking, don't worry. I'm good at that.
You sort of get lost.
You do.
But do you know what? That's what crafting is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get lost. You're having that me time. You're having a lot of fun. You're going to just play.
And I think this bit where you're building up the layers as well looks absolutely amazing. It just lifts it, doesn't it? You know, one layer on top of the other, and we've given you the dies so that you can, you know, sorry, you can add that detail and really bring it together.
Yes. Yeah, and I think someone mentioned earlier, you're going to be able to bring in anything that you've got in your other collections that you want to be popping into this. So any of your other flower dies, any of yours, I think someone mentioned the gnomes earlier.
Yeah, and I'm jumping ahead, but Dieta says, I have this set, I ordered it from HSN, going to make it in Christmas colours with poinsettias in different sizes for the flowers with fairy lights. That's
perfect.
Nice, isn't it?
Yes.
I like that idea.
Yes,
brilliant idea.
Definitely. So let me pop this last one in. Let's have that one coming over the front here.
I like that. I like how you've sort of come over as well as above. And
yeah, so if you are going to be coming over and adding that dimension, it's not necessarily going to fold as flat, but if I just pop that closed, it's still going to fold flat-ish. But you know, if it's for you at home or for a friend and you can hand deliver it rather than have to post it, then you're really going to go to town with those coming over. I'm going to pop my little bow on the front.
It's a lovely bow. And again, there's so many elements in this set that you're going to take out and use in other projects, aren't there? Even if you're not doing the vase or doing flowers, you know, remembering that you've got the sentiment, you've got the bow, you know, just use them all.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You almost feel like a florist when you're doing this.
You're doing another one. You said you were finished.
I know I didn't I?
I got this feeling that you want to add another one.
I do. I want to add just one more of those because I just love how they're coming over. So let me quickly pop one more on.
You keep going. I mean, we're saying that, you know, this looks lovely with as many on as you can get. So go for it.
Yeah. So just pop that in there. Bring that one. Wait a minute, we'll try again. Actually stick it down this time. There we go.
Yes,
and then that can go just a little bit higher. There we go. So if I turn that round for you, I mean, I would definitely, if I had more time, add lots more
I think
in
that's
there.
Gorgeous. I think those colours are absolutely beautiful. That looks stunning. Thank you, Michelle. Now, if you want everything to get this, we have already said we are over 80%. So please make sure you get this as quickly as possible. And you're going to get the vase. Oops, let me just move that over. There we go. You're going to get the vase with all the elements, the panels, the bow, everything like that. And then you're also going to get the flowers and foliage as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Now these are coming in today with a platinum price down here, £22.38 or $25.52, and we're going to give you 100 bonus points on top. So what else have we got on the show today? We have got these ink pads. Now I've already told you that our 12 days of Christmas, day 2, is our 3 for 2 on our Spectrum Noirs. So you're saving 30%. Now this one here, you're saving 35%. So if you want to do this, you're going to save a little bit more. And I now have the right 9 here because we were missing one earlier. Look at that colour palette. Can you see? Look at those. These have been hand-picked to work with this vase. This is a new bundle as such to give you that finish. And as it says on there, selection gives a shiny enamel-like finish. So these are your Spectrum Noir opaque pigments. So pigment ink is a chunkier, the molecules are chunkier, they hang in the suspension a bit longer. So if you do want to emboss them, they're going to stay wet for longer to allow that embossing powder. And as opposed to our waterproof ink, which is like a felty ink pad, this is a very spongy, soft, almost damp, wet ink pad. And that's because it's the pigment ink. So you've got the ocean blue. You've got the parakeet. These colours are absolutely beautiful. You've got Friar Brown, which I think is absolutely essential when you're doing your foliage. You've also got your fuchsia, beautiful one. And you're going to match that with your pink tulip. There you go, you can see that. You've got your spring meadow, beautiful fresh colours. You've got orange. You've got Chinese red. and you've got your lemon tonic. Now these blend beautifully, so if you do want to make backgrounds, that's going to look gorgeous. If you want to ink through the dyes, then go for it. You've got those beautiful colours. But if you want to heat emboss your sentiment, your stamped image, that will work too. So the next one, and then I'll do the comments after that, is our cardstock bundle. So this is 100 sheets of our Centura Pearl. So you get 10 packs, and it's either the pearl or the glitter card. So we're going to give you, so each pack, sorry, has 10 sheets in each. You've got your cherry. I think that's a really, I like that as a red. I think we've got the Christmas red in here, but this one, this is an all year red. It really is. It's quite luxurious in finish, in the colour. You've got your baby pink, really important. You've got your mint green. There we are, lovely colours. You've got your platinum, really nice, rich colour there. You've got your rose gold, which is really gorgeous gold. Now to go with that, look at this. We're going to give you the rose gold in the glitter. Works perfectly. If you're going to be doing mats and layers with those two, they are going to look sensational. We've got your royal blue. We've also got the lilac, which is so pretty. We've got the Christmas red and the Christmas green in the glitter. Isn't that absolutely perfect? Right, I was going to do the comments. We're going to have a quick break, let everybody check out so that we can get an up-to-date feel of where we are with the stock. And when we come back, I promise, because it's 12:30, I will do the comments. I've not even said hello to anybody. We'll do that as soon as we come back. Please check out, because we are going to have sold out of today's launch day stock very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Who is one of my unsung heroes at Crafters TV? It has to be our lovely John. Not only does he corral our coordination team together, but he also looks after us experts really well. He comes out to visit the expert house where we need to stay, to fix things that are broken. He looks after us, he looks after everything that we need, and even brings me cups of tea during the show.
Yeah, I should have said John in there too, shouldn't I? But we all know John's an unsung hero.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at Craft Wars to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
Wasn't that fantastic? I've just stood here and watched that whole video. That is absolutely... Ben, you are so talented. I am so impressed. It's brilliant. Right, now, I know we're over halfway, half an hour in, but I just want to say hello to everybody that's joined us. I'm so sorry it's taken so long. We've got Suzette Sue says, hi, everyone. Susanna Stevens says, hi, all. Just getting home after staying late at work so I could get my CC delivery. I'm assuming she has it delivered to work. Brilliant plan. Nobody knows. Can't wait to open it. We have, I don't know how to say it, Mahogany Lonely. Oh, I don't know how she say that. I'm so sorry. I just don't know how. Oh, I don't know. She says, I love her sweater. Where did I get it? This is from Debenhams. We don't have Debenhams anymore. It's closed down. It's only available online. So, yeah, it says all the jingle ladies, and I jingle when I jingle. Can you hear? Yeah. There we go. We won't say what we said earlier. That's for a different show. That's a totally different show. We've not passed the watershed yet. There we go. Zoe says, evening all from West Sussex. Still waiting for Yodel. Only 8 stops to go now. Well, that was a little while ago, so hopefully we're only 1 or 2 stops, so yeah, and you can watch the show. Linda Ryan says, hello, everyone from Dudley. Jennifer Dudley, yeah, they're all saying Dudley in a Dudley accent in my ear. We've got Jennifer Dawn Smith saying hello from Kansas. Watching from the basement while I organise my inventory. That sounds really good, doesn't it? I like that. Sarah Kay says, I love these. Well, we've already seen that she loves these because she's done a sample here for us. Thank you, Sarah. We love having those. I've got Rose Ann says, hello from Massachusetts to Corrine and Michelle, the awesome CCTV team, and all my crafty friends. This is what I love, the crafty community that goes on. I only get sent some of the comments because otherwise I get too distracted. But I know that you were all chatting to yourselves and the friendship groups are brilliant. Teresa Robinson Smith says, so glad I bought these beautiful dies. We're glad you've got them and we hope you enjoy them. Your Ben says hello, good evening, Michelle, so he's watching. Terry Anderson says hello from Ohio. Glad I didn't wait to order. Well, yes, it's getting very limited, getting close to limited anyway. Barbara says hello from Indiana. Samantha is good morning, everyone. Hope your Friday is great this far. Well, I'm guessing Samantha is in the US or somewhere over that way if she's saying good morning. Mary Reno says, happy Friday from Maine, everyone. There's so many people. Rhonda says, good afternoon, everyone. In the kitchen right now, making myself something to eat, really hungry. Well, I've had my tea, so I'm all right. Michelle's having hers when she gets home. So I already said Diet was on, so she said, hello, crafty chatters. Miriam says, hey, y'all from South Carolina. Love this set. So pretty and can do so many different things, including scrapbook pages. Yes, because you can either put it on whole or just use one element and make lovely elements on your scrapbook pages that will then fold flat when you close your scrapbook. Brilliant idea. Now, Hilary says, evening, everyone. After birthday week, I said nothing else. That was it. She was done. She'd spent enough. I've caved. Well, we're glad you caved and we hope you enjoy them when they come. Mariam Johnson says, lovely to see you, Michelle and Corrine. These makes are looking great. Well, they are, and they're so easy to achieve, and we hope you're going to have some fun using them. Trisha Love says, hello, my crafty friends from Atlanta. Oh, some ideas. Diet said, I think this would be cute for a little girl and put Minnie Mouse ears for the flowers in pink and black, or for a boy with Mickey Mouse ears for the flowers. Love that. Oh, Trisha, her pop-out vase is out for delivery. Makes me so happy. I have a box from the CC blog ready to put a vase of flowers in. That talks about, we're talking about putting them in boxes, weren't we, Michelle?
Yeah.
Crafty Angie says, good morning, everyone. Diet says, use glossy highlight glaze on the flowers. Yeah, and you could put goggle eyes on the flowers too. We're getting a bit into Bill and Ben, the flower pot men then, aren't we? Patty says, cutting the flowers out would be a good thing to do while watching TV. Now, all of those flower elements, not the vase, but the flower elements will go through your mini machine. Obviously, they'll go through your MIDI, but yes, you could do that in front of the TV and it'd be totally quiet. Miriam says, so pretty, Michelle. Wilma says, hello from Northport, Florida. I've been here from the start, but had to rush and do an order. Lol, yes, there we go. DX said, love those stamp colours. Oh, Tinkster 101 said, just order these and can't wait for them to come. They will be great for Mother's Day. Now, we've not really spoken yet about what we could use these for, and we'll go through that. Oh, petal powder, says Laurel. Yes, petal powder in the centre. Petal powder from the Wisteria collection.
Yes.
That would be lovely because it's so light, it's not going to add weight. Sandra Dunder says, good evening, Corrine and Michelle. CTTV's crew. I think I said that right. Social media superstar, don't think I did. Ben McCarthy, see, he's getting a mention now, Michelle.
They all say hello to Ben.
Crafty family and friends, so glad I ordered this yesterday. I knew they would fly. Charlotte Everett said, good evening all, running a little late. I had several awesome CC parcels this afternoon. Say it with flowers is beautiful. Say it with flowers with this collection is another level. Oh, Fred171 said 100 bonus points, had to get the pop-up flowers. And Anne Purpleicious says hello from fabulous Las Vegas. Can you imagine living in Las Vegas? I'm sure it's not just the strip.
No.
I'm sure there is more to Las Vegas, but you just imagine her living
On the strip. Yeah.
Watching
In
the
like
fountains.
the penthouse, watching the fountains.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is that you, Anne Purpleicious? Are you there on the strip in Vegas? Oh, perfect. Oh, apparently she was on a craft along, they're telling me, the other day. Yeah. We've still remembered your ideas from earlier that you were saying you want to sew in craft along. We are planning to make that known to the powers that be, that is what you are after. Right, and I can breathe. So, just to remind you, Michelle is going to do another demo and she's going to do something a little bit different. I can see completely different shape on her craft desk, but she is still going to be using the pop-up vase. So you're getting the vase, all the panels, all the bow, the sentiment and everything in there. And you're also going to get these gorgeous florals that you can make realistic or fantasy. It's entirely up to you. So you're going to get, if I remember rightly, there we go. I think it's 8 dies in the vase and 12 dies with the flowers. There you go. So you're getting your 20 elements in total. So this today is £27.98, $31.90, but your platinum price right down there, right down at the bottom, we'll tick that one down there, is £22.38 or $25.52. But as Fred171 says, 100 bonus points, had to get the pop-up flowers. Exactly, that's going to give you some extra points. So I'm going to have a pause for breath for a minute while you show us another demo, please, Michelle. And we can also talk about when you could use these, I think. I think that would be a good thing to have a chat about.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So I've got my Wisteria collection paper or card here. And again, it's that lovely textured cardstock. So you can see I've got 3 beautiful colours. That Wisteria is just
Oh, is that all from the Wisteria
beautiful.
collection?
It is, yeah.
I love that green there. It's sort of, it gives a sort of dusky feel to that collection, doesn't it?
I love it.
I've
But
got
again,
craft along with that on the last day before we break up for Christmas.
oh,
I haven't even begun. Oh, I have. I've sketched out what I'm going to do.
you know where you're
I did a
going.
sketch while I had an idea.
Oh, this collection, the embossing folder in everything in this collection is just absolutely beautiful. But the papers, I don't know, just everything. I know I've just
with the
said it.
Wisteria, it's all of the extras, like the petal powder, the papers. You've got so many extra bits to go with it, with the ribbons and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, and so, yes, literally everything. Those beautiful, those flowers you can make, those really big cascading ones. You've got the window that opens, the die, the window, the embossing for. I could go on, but you've probably already seen it yourselves anyway. So
and we're here today for this one. But it just shows how you can mix and match your collections together, because that's what it's all about. It's not about getting one collection and putting it in a box and saying, right, today I'm going to craft with the pop-up vase, tomorrow I'm crafting with the Wisteria collection. It's about merging your collections together, isn't it, and getting the most out of them.
yeah, it definitely is. And I think sometimes as well, I think it can come down to how you store your things. I think if you store them all separately, sometimes you forget that that will go with this. But if you store it like me, just throw it all in together. No, I'm not that bad. But if you store it more, all your flowers together or all your embossing folders together, when you're looking for one particular one, you're going to come across another one and think, oh, I forgot about that. So I think sometimes the way we store things as well can be a help or a hindrance.
Yeah. Now, we were saying about when you could use these, but these, we were saying earlier, these are going to be absolutely perfect if you're wanting to make something for somebody in a care home or in a hospital where you can't anymore take fresh flowers in. I don't know if that's the rule in the US. It'd be lovely if somebody could tell us, because in the UK, you can't do it. It's a hygiene thing, but it's also our nurses are so busy. They haven't got time to be clearing up smelly rose flower water and emptying vases. So now it's just something you can't do, which is such a shame. But you could be making something like this. You could be making these as table decorations. There's so many things you could be doing with these, isn't there?
There is. It's like I was saying earlier, if you use your reds and greens or whatever colour you've got for Christmas, you're going to be popping these on your Christmas, your dinner table, and you can have people's names in. They can be place card. It can be absolutely anything. Or you can just group lots and lots of these together in a big centrepiece, have them, on different levels, have all your flowers come in, and if you've got like 8 or 10 of these made together, you've got a huge centrepiece.
I've never thought of this before. Could you imagine if you had a big church candle, and an electric one, obviously, a big chunky, really one, and then just because they're shaped, you could name maybe like 6 of the vases round the outside with the flowers. That would look really pretty. That would make a gorgeous table decoration.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, it would.
I hadn't thought of that one. It was you saying that about putting them
lots
in
together.
A cluster.
Yeah. Right, so I've already got this one cut out, and you can see that what I did was I just used both of these to cut out that and that.
Black card with gilding wax on. Sorry, just keep these ideas are just flowing. I'm sorry.
But that's what's great about this. It gives you so many ideas, doesn't it? So I've got the lighter purple with those cut out, and I've cut it out again in the darker purple. And what we're going to do is we're going to trim this down. So we're going to trim this down and we're going to pop it behind. So when I was saying earlier, you can trim your card down, pop it behind. That's exactly what we're going to do now. So I've cut those 2 panels off, and I'm just going to trim them down just enough that these will still fold round it. So I just need to trim a little bit off that top as well.
The other way I found to do that is if you take the die that you've cut that with, turn it upside down and then draw inside the die. Because your die is recessed, that naturally takes off that couple of mil for you. So then when you hand cut it out, you're actually cutting it out small enough that it'll fit on the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Dotty tape pen, I can hear
Dotty tape, you can tell, you can hear the difference, can't you, when you use them?
Perfect for this, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Now we haven't got the dotty tape pens in stock at the moment, but we have got the regular tape pen on a 4 for 3, I think of that. So yeah, if you are after your regular tape pens, because yes, you can't do the detail with it, but they are brilliant for constructing the vases. And as you saw Michelle earlier, when she's putting the flowers in, the permanent tape pens work brilliant. There you go, it's all the way down there now. 22 metres on each of the 4 tape pens, so that is 88 metres, but you're only paying for 66 metres because you're getting 1 for free. So that today's price is $11.97 or $17.85. Get them, they're absolutely brilliant, and they are fantastic for Christmas wrapping as well. There you go.
Right, so all I have done is we're just going to make these smaller vases.
Oh, that's pretty, that.
All I'm doing is I'd not give that quite enough of a scar of a burnish. So when I folded it over, that just popped up a little bit. So I'm just going to go over it like this. And what it does is it warms my glue up and it just makes it all stick beautifully.
What glue did you use, a wet glue?
No, so I used my Dotty.
Oh, you used your Dotty?
Yeah, but...
I see what you mean, yes.
Yeah, if you just rub over it a little bit like that, it just helps it to stick back down, because it just popped up just a little bit. So I have got 2 of these now. So we're going to pop those to the side. Let me just move those dies, and I'm going to bring in my card. So we're going to, you know, make a lovely card with these. So again, you can see that I've got my wisteria card and paper. We're going to pop this together. So again, I'm just going to use my normal tape pen for this. I almost feel a little bit guilty using our dotty tape pens when we don't have them in stock.
But that's the solid tape pens, and we have got the solid tape pens.
We've got these
stock.
ones in stock, so
Yeah.
I don't feel so guilty using that one. There we go. So I've got my bow, I've got my Just For You, and I've got, this is just one of our lovely nesting dies that we've got. I've just cut that out, so I'm going to pop this together. So let me just put a little bit of glue on that. So this is going to just sit in there perfectly. And then I've got my Just For You. That's the one that I've just cut out, but I've cut it out and again in both. So I'm going to give it a bit of a drop shadow. And again, I'm going to use my dotty. If you don't have your dotty, if you're waiting for it to come back in stock or anything, you know, we have the double-sided A4 adhesive sheets that I always, you know, can use on things like this. Anything that's got that decorative element, you know, you can use those for it. If you've got your
Wet glue, your tacky glue.
Yeah, your tacky glue. Especially in this. This is, you know, brilliant for that. You're going to be just putting little dabs of glue all over. So let's pop that on there.
Wow, this is getting really, really busy. Yeah, we're definitely getting through that stock very fast. And Fleming Myers says, if you add glitter glue, would that make the flower too heavy? I think she means like to the centres. Not necessarily. If you could just double up the strength of the stems, possibly, and
yes,
just don't go too heavy with it, because I think with something like that, you don't want too much on anyway.
No, definitely not.
That's pretty. That just brings all the colours together, doesn't it?
It does. So all I'm doing before I glue any of it down is I'm just sort of just placing them where I think I want them, because I want this to go nice and central. So I'm just going to bring in a couple of foam pads for that. I don't think I've used any today, have I? Oh, I did. I used a couple earlier, but I'm having withdrawals from using my foam pads.
Oh, is that normally your go-to, is it?
I do love a foam pad. So let's pop that there. So wait a minute, let me just move that just a little bit over. That's going to go there. I'm going to have my bow over the top. Just going to bring my bone
folder.
Bone folder. Do you know what? I can never remember what that's called, ever.
And if I was where you were, I'd have probably forgotten the word. It's only because I'm stood over here. It's amazing when it's not you that's got to remember how it just pops into your head.
So I'm going to pop that on there, and then one of the dies in there is this beautiful little heart.
I know, it's super cute, that, isn't it?
Yeah, just that little addition of a heart is just absolutely gorgeous. So that's going to go on there. And then
Purplicious says the Pop Up Vase collection is at a price point you can get 2, so you can cut twice as much at once. Wish I'd thought of that earlier. Might have to do another order quickly. There you go. I wouldn't like to say, but yeah, I like your thinking.
Yes, I like your thinking, definitely.
Yeah.
And absolutely, at that price, especially if you're platinum, and then with the added bonus of all those extra points.
Yeah.
But yes, you know, bulk making, if that's what you do, you know, if you do craft fairs, things like that.
Oh, you know, when it comes to Mother's Day, you know, you're going to have orders coming out of your ears for this,
Yes.
you know. People are just going to love this collection.
Yeah,
Can
definitely.
also imagine doing sort of in red and white for Valentine's as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Michelle, have you got one that could be an anniversary card? I need an anniversary card for next week and I've not done it. It's my wedding anniversary next week. And
Oh,
I
is
must
it?
remember, yes. Next Friday. Week today. Oh, yeah, week today.
Ooh, how many years?
28 years married.
Wow.
We're just going out for a meal. Yeah. It's quite hard with it, get married so close to Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the number of times we've been out for meals, and there's the two of you. You know, and you're trying to sit. It's your wedding anniversary, so you know this has got to be romantic. And you're sitting at this little table, and every table around you is people in Christmas party hats blowing party poppers, and you're just like, no, it's just not going to work. No. So we went to Barcelona last year. I said to my husband, I said, where are you taking me this year? I said, I organised Barcelona last year. Have you organised anything? He says, no, we're going out for a meal instead. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, yes, we did go to the Gaudi Gardens. Absolutely gorgeous, yes. Yes, absolutely. It was a beautiful city. Really. We had some fab nights out. We went out, we sort of off the beaten track and into some of the lovely little Barcelona bars, and oh, it was brilliant. Yeah. Had a hot tub on our balcony. It was lovely. Even though it was December, get the hot tub warm enough. I wore a woolly hat with my swimsuit.
Well, that's it. If that hot tub's warm enough, then...
Yeah, the temperature was... You needed your coat, but I didn't usually have it done up, if that makes sense. You know, I was just... Yeah, 15, 17 degrees, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. As long as you wait quickly to get into the hot tub, you were all right.
Run
for it. It's not going to be anywhere near as exciting this year, but it'll be nice to go out for a meal. So, yes, that'll be good. That'll be good.
So all I'm doing now, sorry, Corrine.
No, don't please. I'm just tootling on, talking about my wedding anniversary. It's not what we're here for. That's it.
It's just because I'm jealous and I want you to stop now.
No, I'm not doing anything exciting this year.
No, oh, good.
Not that much. Oh, George is off to Tenerife. You can't top your last holiday, George. I mean, our George proposed to his girlfriend on his last holiday, so...
And thankfully she said yes.
Yes, because you did it on the first day. It did it on your first day of your holiday, didn't you? Yeah, you obviously were confident in her response.
It could have been a very different holiday, couldn't it?
Oh, bless. When's the wedding, George? Next October. Oh, not long then, 10 months. He's got it booked. He's pretty well organised. Well done.
I know. I'm looking forward to buying a hat, as Scylla would say.
I think that's a bit of a hint there, George. She wasn't very subtle there. She wasn't very subtle, was she?
I've already told him that I'm looking forward to my invite. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're going to have it here on CTV. That'll be an interesting one.
Can you imagine?
Live wedding. Oh, the viewers would love it. Oh, has she? Is Becky? Is Becky okay to ordain? I wouldn't put it past Becky at all. I really wouldn't put it past her at all.
When I talk to her, she's very much... I was thinking to myself the other day, I'd like to learn to skateboard. So she'll just buy a skateboard and she'll learn to skateboard. And she's like all in.
Yes.
So, but she's very... The things that she decides that she'd like to do or she'd like to learn are so random. It's like the most randomest thing you would never think of. It pops into her head and she decides to do it.
Absolutely brilliant. We've had... Yeah, we answered Anne's question. I think glitter glue would be fine. Might have to double up your stems. Don't go heavy on your glitter glue and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Charlotte Everett says, I love wisteria too. These collections recently have all been so gorgeous. I swear my house is starting to look like a CC shop. Yes, I agree. We've had wisteria, we've had Say It With Flowers. Oh, we've had so many beautiful collections. Absolutely gorgeous. Zoe says, yeah, Yodel have been. Now got the stamping platform, the guillotine, some Collal all-purpose glue. Here's to no more wonky cutting and missed stamped bits. Brilliant.
Yes,
brilliant.
Absolutely.
You got some more to put on?
No, I'm all done.
That is beautiful. So there's not a flower in sight?
No, just 3 of those tendrils or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
All I've done with these 2 on the inside is I've just put a little bit of tape here to hold those there. This one is just hanging over the side, but this back one, all I did was I just put a little bit of tape on the top leaf, glued it to the back, and then all 3 of them are coming over my vase. So I've got that back one there coming over the front, and then the other 2 just down the sides.
Beautiful. Just shows a completely different look. And look at that, the detail of the vase is just poking through. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. I love that, a completely different look. And, you know, we said on the last one, more is more. Yeah. And that one, less is more. Yeah. So it just depends on what you're doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think because there's the 2 vases on there, you don't need lots coming out. I think those
You've got the beautiful papers, you've got everything. So absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you want your vase and floral elements, then please be quick because the launch day stock is going fast. But the platinum price down there, look at that, $22.38, $25.52 with 100 bonus points. If you're not quite at your platinum, that's going to get you even closer. Now, I mentioned a little while ago that I think that the vase would look amazing cut out of black with some gilding wax on. Now, if you haven't got any black in stock at the moment, or in the house at the moment, then this is a fantastic deal. So instead of just shy of £20 or $30, we're going to give you this today for £15, $21. It's 2 sets of black cardstock. So you're going to get 40 sheets in each one. It's 300 GSM, so it's construction weight, really nice and strong, but it's not too fibrous. It will die cut beautifully. But look at that. £12, $16.80. So 25% saving, £6 a pack for 40 sheets, which is an amazing deal. And it's a proper black. So that is brilliant. So yeah, brilliant deal. You might want to pop that in while you're ordering. So, got a few more comments. We have got Carletta Cooper saying, trying to craft a few more Christmas cards this afternoon. Do you know, I've not made one yet. Not one. Not absolutely one. Laura Gray says, and I'll let you answer this, Michelle, what is the best way to get any sticky residue off a new photopolymer stamp? What would you do?
So what I tend to do is I tend to use our sticky ink, you know, our watermarking.
Yeah.
There's lots of people, I mean, you'll probably get lots of answers in the comments. Some people will use an eraser to rub it away. Some people will just give it a bit of a wash. But what I tend to do is I will sort of prime it with the sticky ink, you know, just stamp it a couple of times.
I hadn't heard of that till Jan. I saw Jan do it, and you know what? I've done it a couple of times because I've got a lint roller and I roll over it and it just picks up any residue. But I saw Jan say that, and really, it really works.
Yes.
It really does work. So just prime it with your sticky, stamp it a few times, and you'll just find that your next time, the ink doesn't bubble on the surface in the same way, does it?
No, it definitely. I think because it is the sticky, it's the watermark, it is sticky. I think that will take away anything that is on there. So that is...
Don't worry about what your watermarking pad looks like because it'll soon be mucky.
No.
But yeah, absolutely perfect. Claire Robinson says, I got married to her, Mr. Robinson, on the 24th of December, so it's always been a special occasion for us. Christmas Eve wedding. Aww. How wonderful. Diette says, such a really cute card. Miriam says, this is gorgeous, Michelle. Rhonda says, oh my God, I couldn't leave before I said, this is an amazing card, love it. You're leaving, come back, we want you here.
I know.
Jenny says, this is exactly how I did my sample button on a slimline, love the foliage. She is a DT member, so love that. We'll have to see if we can find that one. Tricia Love says, love that card, Michelle. So does Charlotte, this is a beautiful card. Laura Gray is loving the flowing vines. And Teresa Robinson Smith says, love this vase card. Right, Sparkly Silver says, Corrine, please can you run through the colours in the Classiques pastel set? Right, if I can catch Tracy's attention, or if I can find the pastel set in the cupboard while we do a quick VT, I will go through them for you, because as we know, 3 for 2 on all of the pens. So I'll go and have a look in the cupboard. We'll come back in 3 minutes and I'll see if I can get the answer for you.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
There you go. Right now, how interactive is this TV channel? So, Sylv Sparkley said, could we run through the colours in the classic pastel set? So, I have found this one, the 12 pen classic pastel set, and I hope this is the one that you are after or you're looking at, Sylv. And you are going to get, now, I don't know how to do it that way. You are going to get we've got Sorbet PV1, we've got Soft Purple PL1, Periwinkle TB2, Duck Egg AB1, Light Yellow LY1, Mimosa, thank you, GY2, Chartreuse LG1, oh dear, Pistachio JG1, Vanilla BO1, Silk CR1, Lilac HB1, and Blossom PP1, so pale pink, you know, all of those absolutely gorgeous ones. Hope you remembered all those names, so next time it comes up on our Play Your Crafts Right, you'll remember what GY2 is Mimosa. There you go. No, I'll never remember those. So I hope that's right for you, Sylv, and then I hope you're loving those colours. They really are beautiful. They are gorgeous, gorgeous range of pastels, and you can see, if you look, you can see 2 pinks, 2 blues, 2 yellows, 2 greens, 2 peaches, and 2 sort of lilac-y purple. So they are going to blend absolutely gorgeous. So hope that helps. And being interactive, the next question we have is from Stephanie saying, do these pop out from inside the card too? There you go, Stephanie. Look at this gatefold card, absolutely beautiful. And when you open it out, the vase pops out like that and then sits. Have it sort of flush to the base of the card. It sits gorgeous. And then it literally just, look at that, folds up perfectly flat to go in an envelope. And that's how I think of this when I think of this as a pop-out vase popping out from the centre of the card. That is a beautiful card made by Sandy Brooks. Thank you, Sandy. So there you go. Hopefully nice and interactive and giving you the answers that you need. So if you've got any more questions, please give us a shout. So just let's recap what you're going to get in this. And this is our pop-up vase. So this is the pretty vase element that I've got here. You're getting both the pretty vase and the delightful flowers as well. So you're going to get these 2. So there you are, there's the vase. You can cut in your detail elements. You've got your sentiment, you've got your bow, you've got a little strip to put your sentiments on and a heart. You need 2 of these if you're making it as a standalone or you want to pop out from the centre of a card. And you've also got this little dog leg piece here that's going to make the pop out element. That's in set 1. In set 2, you're also going to get these flowers. Fantasy or realistic, you craft them how you like. So you're going to get all of those 12 different elements down here. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? Now today's price for those is £27.98 or $31.90, but your platinum price all the way down there is £22.38 or $25.52. But I love the bit that's right at the bottom, and it says if you buy this today, we're going to give you 100 bonus points. Don't know how long that offer's on for, but it might not be on forever. So you could come back and buy this same price another day, but you're not going to get your 100 bonus points. So yeah, make sure you make the most of that. And just going back to Sylv's question, she was asking about the pens because today is day 2 of our 12 days of Craftmas. You've probably seen all of the lovely, I love the little videos that they've got. I don't know who's been doing those, but they're very, very clever. And that is 3 for 2 on your Spectrum Noir. So if you buy this set, you could buy another set in this run and then have a 3rd set completely free. It's entirely up to you. You can mix and match across the whole of the Spectrum Noir range. It does say down there, look, there are some exclusions that apply. It will show you on the website exactly what they are. It's probably a bit too complicated to go through those now, but have a look on the website. It's 3 for 2 on Spectrum Noir, but please, 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 do make the most of your free one. Don't be buying a lovely 12 pen set twice and then just getting a single pen as your freebie. Make sure you make the most of that free item. Just saying that because I'd hate people not to get the most out of it. So I think we need to have another demonstration, please, Michelle. Is it completely different again?
It is completely different again.
Brilliant.
Just a different way for you to display this beautiful collection. I love this, I've got to say. So again, I've got a few of my pieces already picked out. I've got this beautiful tendril, is what I'm going to call it, is what it makes me think of.
Vine.
Yes.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah, vine. That makes more sense. I think
It doesn't make more sense, it's just a different name.
I just wanted to say tendril.
You just say tendril then.
A tendril, the bits where that sort of come off of it that it attaches. So they have those bits that grab,
Think of a clematis or something like that. In my mind, you know, you've got the main vine coming up and then you'd have little bits that come off and hook onto the structure. Yeah, that's probably what I would think of a tendril. Yeah. The bits with the foliage on is probably more like your vine, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Or your stem. I don't know.
I absolutely have no idea about flowers or anything like that. The last time I mentioned something that grew on a flower, people laughed at me for a couple of hours.
No. Oh, Rachel B says, is it just the Classique pens only that are refillable? Yes, we only recommend refilling your Classique. Are the illustrators refillable or is it just the Classiques? I think it's just the Classiques.
I think it's just the Classiques.
I think it is just the Classiques. There we go.
Yeah. Right, so again, I've cut out a few pieces to show you how beautifully they're cut. And again, I've got lots of other pieces already cut. Now what I've done as well is I've gone in and I've cut some out like I did this morning with my Nina cardstock. And then so again, I've come in with my classics or your tri-blends, whichever you've got. And I've just coloured a few of those in. So very simply, I just picked whatever colour it was. So I think that might be my bright pinks or my hydrangea, whichever one it is. I've just coloured it in. I've just sort of left those brush strokes there just to give you...
That looks lovely, but then when you put that yellow centre in, it just changes it, doesn't it?
It really does.
It really is, wow.
Yeah, definitely. So let me just tape that up and pop that in. And then all I've done with these is, so either with your pokey tool, which I do a lot, because what I will do is from the back, I just curl it round and you tend to get more of your curvature, right on the edges. But if you're doing it more with your bone folder, what you're going to get is you're going to get a more subtle rounded effect.
Would you ever do it with a ball tool?
Sometimes I do, yeah. If you get your stamping mat out and you've got your ball tool, do it on that, definitely. Again, it gives you a third different look. So, I've got lots of little bits cut out. And again, I've already got 2 of these cut out, so 2 of my main pieces.
What paper's that? That's lovely.
So this, I'm pretty sure I'm still using my wisteria.
Lovely.
For this one.
This little sparkle element on that.
Yes.
Yeah, that is wisteria.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Or does it say it with flowers? No.
Wisteria,
I'm sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. I started writing things down, but I've started writing them down so quickly that I can't read my own writing. Say it with flowers.
Say it with flowers?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, yes.
So again, we're just burnishing those score lines. We're going to bring in our red liner tape. And again, so I'm using the paper. If you want this to be, there is an end to this somewhere, isn't there? Well, there it is. If you want this to be a lot stronger, then, be using one of your cards. I just used, again, so I've used this just to show you that you can.
I think red liner is perfect for this.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So there it is. So let's just get that peeled off. Pop that on there. Line that up, lovely. There we go. Take that one off as well.
Now, I think this is really clever. So when you folded it over, it doesn't matter which score line you fold it in half. It will always line up, won't it?
Yes, yeah, so...
You've got 1 and 2, or you could do 3,
There you go.
Doesn't matter,
yeah.
It always lines up.
It does, always lines up perfectly. It really does. So I've got my lovely vase there. And again, so you're going to need 3 of these. And we're going to glue them together into the triangle, like I have here. So it's very, very easy and simple to do. So that is all my little bits. So we're going to pop this vase together. So again, I'm going to put some tacky glue on these ends.
Stephanie is asking, would vellum work with with the flowers? Of course.
Yeah.
Vellum would look beautiful, wouldn't it?
It definitely would. And again, it's being able to bring all of your different elements from in your stash that you've got at home.
Yeah. I've got a vellum masterclass on the 18th of December.
Brilliant.
We showed lots of different things you can do with vellum, including making flowers.
Yes. I think we love to buy vellum, and then I think we sort of panic a little bit, not really sure what to do with it. But I must admit, I always say, just use it like you would your pattern paper.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's lots more that you can do with it, but...
You seem to be able to put that in a lot quicker than I can. Never seem to go in quite as quick.
You touch wood, it's gone in quite easy for me, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely has. Right, so what I'm going to do is, what I want to do with this is I'm going to put it inside a box. So I'm going to I haven't got one measured out, so I'm going to just snip a piece of this card. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold that edge. I'm going to turn it over. I want to create a a little bottom for it.
All right, yes.
So roughly...
It's basically giving you something to glue to.
To glue it down to, yeah.
Right.
So let me just snip that off and let me see if that fits in perfectly, and it does. So I've just created 2 tabs. We're just going to pop that inside because I don't want this one to fold flat. I want this one to stay
Yes, this isn't about the pop-up element,
no,
is it?
No. So let me pop that on there. My fingers just aren't long enough. There we go. So just need to hold that
Push it down with your bone folder. Would
yes,
work
yeah.
when you get to the other side.
Look at that. Let me... Because of the way I was holding it, it was making it pop out. Come here, you. Sometimes the easiest of things we can make so incredibly hard to do, can't we? There we go. So let me just make sure that's stuck down. So all I've done, just a little, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it from the inside or the outside. So I've just got that little bar that's going to allow me to glue it down. So what we're going to do now is, again, I'm just going to add a little bit of shape just to these flowers. We're going to have some nice dimension with this one. And again, all we're going to do is we're going to build up a lovely display. So let me bring this one in as well. So I've got...
And lots of love for what your makes today, Michelle. Stephanie says the card you did on Wake Up Call that you coloured the flowers was beautiful. Now, is that the one you've done the video for?
Yes.
Yes, so there you go. There's going to be a video come out. We think it's either Instagram or Facebook, and that will show Michelle sort of remaking that card again so that you can see how to do that, and you've got that nice and easily accessible.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I love this that you've gone sort of fantasy colours.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, you can literally pick whatever colour that you want to pick, so absolutely go for it. So what I'm going to do is, what you can, because this is going to go in the centre of a box, so you can either make this, so you've got on each side the flower pointing out, so for whatever side you open that box up, you're going to see the lovely flower from the outside. And then what you can also do is, so just the plain one, pop it on that side.
Oh, that
so
looks nice.
Whatever side that you're looking at it from, it's still going to look very pretty.
Our lovely Grace, who's on comments today, says she just needs to edit it. The video will be out Tuesday, she thinks.
Oh,
there you
brilliant.
go. She's busy bee, isn't she?
She is.
We had fun doing a boomerang with her this morning. It looked really good.
Yeah, yeah, it did. Yeah, that was fun. Getting to throw things is always fun, isn't it?
Yes.
So let me just, again, I'm making it so whatever side that I look at this from, it's going to look pretty. So I'm going to cover those backs of the flowers up. So let's pop that one on there. So again, I'm popping all these on the outside. You don't have to. You can be popping them on the inside as well.
I think this is one of those collections that you're going to have cut lots of bits, and then when you come to make like this, just have a whole bag of flower heads and foliage and thgoing like that you can then just delve into, can't you? And make the most of.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to have so much fun. And you can see that I am, because I am struggling to talk to you. But that's okay, because then you know that you're having fun.
Grace says she loved doing that boomerang too. There you go.
Yeah, she's so lovely.
Even though we all threw, 6 of us threw things at her, she still laughed. There you go. Great stuff.
I know, she was like, I'm not really sure. Then she went, oh yeah, just throw
do it. And then she was really chuffed, so that was good.
Right, so I am putting lots of dimension on these. I am, if you can see, I'm curving them so the front is going to curve out and my back is going to curve in. I'm deliberately not wanting them to match up and be flat against each other. I want all that dimension.
But it adds to the volume, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And then we're going to put lots of, so I'm just going to have to pick it up a sec to pop these on the inside.
So you're putting those on the wings, the propeller bits?
Yes.
Springs.
So all I've done with these is what I always do. I curve it one way and then on the edge, I just bring it back the other. You get that lovely S shape. So I'm just going to pick this up again, just to pop that in there. And again, I'm deliberately having everything go in different directions. So let me just pick that up again, pop that in there. Oh, they're almost going round in there, as if they're playing Follow My Leader. And again, so I'm going to have this one hanging out over the side, which I just love doing with these. I think they're just perfect for that.
They do. They're so dimensional, aren't they? And
yeah, yeah, definitely.
I think this is definitely one of those where more is more.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
keep
definitely.
going as much as you've got.
Let's pop this, let's pop that one there.
Wherever you can find a gap.
Yeah, I don't want it to be symmetrical. I want it to sort of be a little bit different. Whatever side of the box that you open up, I want it all to look very different. So let me pop just a couple more of these in. Just going to fold that one over so it sits on the inside lovely. And it would help if there was a little bit of glue on that, wouldn't it? We'll try again. So I'm just going to fold that one over so it just sits on the inside, but I've still got that lovely dimension on there. We'll pop one more on, I think. So again, I'm just going to fold that over, and where it's folded, we're just going to pop a bit of glue on and then decide where we want to pop it. We'll pop it on there. So that is what it's sort of going to look like. It looks
That's
pretty.
Lovely. So, so pretty.
From all sides. So what I'm going to do, it's fine that it's falling over. It's had a drink. No, it hasn't really. It's going to get glued down, so it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I've already got this mat and layered up for you. It's just an exploding box. So these are all 5x5. So literally all I've done is I've cut 5 pieces of card.
Yeah.
Well, these 4 are 5x5.5. Mm-hmm. So I've got my tab that I've attached to the bottom. Yeah. And mat and layered it. And then I've got a smaller one, which is 4x4.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
These papers are just gorgeous. Yeah. They're busy enough that you don't necessarily need to add anything else to it. No. But not busy enough that if you want to, you can.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to pop it in straight. Mm-hmm. So you can see that there's my tabs.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my wet glue because I want this to stick and stay. So I'm just going to pop glue all over there. It doesn't matter that I haven't hid my tabs on this one because it's going to be glued in. It doesn't really matter. So let's just line that up in the middle.
So it's carrying on with our Say It With Flowers cardstock. So pretty cardstock.
There we go. So then what we're going to do is I'm just going to add the glue to the bottom here. So that little tab that I've put across the bottom. And we're just going to sit that in there. I'm just going to poke my bone folder in. Wait a minute. I'm actually going to use my scissors because they're a little thinner. And we're just going to press that down. Now you could put this, glue this in before you add all those elements. It's entirely up to you, but now you can see whatever side I open my box from, I've got a beautiful view. So let me just give that, excuse my, oh, you're in front of me. You don't need me to excuse my head. There we go. So just pressing that down. So I'm going to just close my box up. I've already got my box lid again ready, just mat and layered with all these beautiful...
So the only thing when you're doing this is just remember how tall you've made your box to stick your flowers no higher than the edge of the box. So if that's a 5x5 card, then you need to know that that is not going to go any higher than that.
Absolutely, yeah. So I've just got a sentiment. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. I'm going to pop a foam pad onto it because The extra depth and dimension that you get when you add foam pads to certain elements on there are just, it just takes it to a different level, I think.
It does, doesn't it?
We're going to pop that there. And then if you wanted, if you've got a few of these left over, you can have these coming out. So I think we'll do that. So just pop a little bit of tape on there. Just because it's not a flower doesn't mean it can't have a little bit of...
No, but you could stick a flower on there as well, couldn't you? Sort of something nice and white or something that's going to contrast and show up.
Yeah, definitely. Let's pop that on there. Just press... No, wait a minute. Let me just get a little bit on there as well. So pop that under there. And I think I'm happy with that. So if I just move that, so if I turn this, don't know why I'm turning it round, it's going to look pretty from all sides.
You've made a point that it's going to look pretty from all sides.
If I take that off, you've got that beautiful exploding box. And again, so if I do turn it round, you can see by doing that, by doubling up your flowers.
Is that? And I love the multiple boxes. That really, really adds lots of dimension to it.
Yeah, yeah. So my outside box is 5 by 5 because that's how high I knew it needed to be. And then my next layer is 4 by 4. But again, you've seen me do these before. You can pop as many layers in there as you want, really.
Absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving that. So these are going so fast. Our launch day stock is nearly gone. And in this collection, you are going to get 2 sets. You're going to get your pretty vase, which is all the elements you need to make your vase, including that pop-out element, and also your gorgeous floral elements too. So you're going to get those 20 elements in total, and you're going to get those today, $27.98, $31.90, or your platinum price if you are there for £22.38. $25.52. Remember, I love this, you're going to get those 100 bonus points as well. But just remember, we have nearly sold all of our launch day stock, so please be quick. I know a lot of you have got this already, and we'll have a quick chat with whoever's on the socials in a few minutes after we've had a look at this quick VT.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy.
I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
They literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea with coffee. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
So, how do you watch your Crafters TV and where do you watch your Crafters TV? That could be an interesting thread for our topic, couldn't it? There we go. Right, so we have so many questions and comments. It's lovely to get them all from you. Charlotte Everett says, I need a checklist of all the pens I already have. I'm enjoying building my collection. Spectrum Noir quality is amazing. Thank you, Charlotte. We love that. I have to admit, like you all know, I'm only been here, well, it's 10 months now, so I can't say it's only just, but I have been blown away by the quality of the pens. I just absolutely love them. They've never let me down. They blend beautifully. I think a lot of the time it's user error when we don't realise what we're doing. So as long as we're using the right pens with the right card, with the right ink, it's going to work every time. So this is, you know, what's so important. Thea says, I did order the Academy of Colour box 1 and 2. Hope to get that soon. I hope you do too, Thea. It's absolutely brilliant. And make sure you watch the tutorials. You can be watching those while you wait for your box to come. Yes. Stephanie says, Michelle, that card you did on Wake Up Call that you coloured the flowers was beautiful. I think we said that. We mentioned about the vellum flowers. Pat says, you make beautiful cards, Michelle. Fred171 says, it really is a great time. First time I have ordered and paid for shipping. That says a lot. Because I think it's where you get over a certain amount, you don't have to pay for shipping, so you sort of store it up. But Fred171 wanted this so much, they've ordered it and not worried about the shipping. Well, that just speaks volumes, so I hope you enjoy it. Miriam said, this is incredible, Michelle. Love this a lot. Lots of lovely flower emojis. Thea says, that's beautiful. So awesome, says Trisha. Tanya said, had a great evening at Sarah's live show on Wednesday. It was lovely to meet her. She grabbed my Lilac Sarah tote bag and signed it with her glittery gold pen. VIP gift was excellent too. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. She's at Newcastle tonight, so we can't go because we're still here. She started 10 minutes ago, I think. So yes, unfortunately we couldn't go. Tixa101 said, wow, another beautiful make. Sil Sparky says, love it. I might make one with extra flaps made with vellum. Brilliant. So you are all loving this. It's brilliant. I can feel how much you are loving this collection. It's coming through the comments that you are absolutely loving it, which is brilliant. It's great to be here and to feel that positivity and that love for a collection, and I'm so glad you really are. You're going to see lots of different takes on this as the few weeks go by, and I'm sure in the new year you will have a fantastic craft along. I think they've been working out today our January schedule, so hopefully we'll know early next week what shows we're doing and who's going to get the craft along for this. And it says Crafters TV had great tutorials. Education is something Sarah is so passionate about. It is key. It's no good just giving you all the products and saying go away, get on with it, because you won't come back and you won't enjoy your crafting and you won't want to buy anything else. So we try to support everything that we sell you with the appropriate education. So I'm really glad you appreciate that, Diet. So we have 20 minutes left. Can you do another one within the 20 minutes to give us time to do demo of the day as well? That was said with positivity. So over to you, Michelle.
I talk the talk. We need to see if I can walk the walk.
Okay, it's over to you and I'm not going to interrupt.
Right, okay. So I've got some bits already here in front of me because I really want to pop this one together. I've just used my tape pen this time, again, just for speed. So I've cut 2 of these out and I'm just going to pop them together now. And again, I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape on there. And all I need to do is I'm going to fold that one over. I'm going to bring this one to it and it sits perfectly. Again, you know, the dies make this all so very easy for you. I've got my 3 little wonky pieces of card. Yes, your structures. So you need 3 of these. So again, I'm just going to go back over showing you how to do this one because the last time I did this was at the beginning of the show. So I'm going to show you it again.
That's it. We don't need to see you cut them out. We've seen you cut them out more than once. We know how beautifully they cut them out. And I do like your colour palette on this.
Yes. Oh, of course you can see it. I've laid it all out for you. So we're going to pop these together, obviously making sure that, because it sort of goes on
it's got
a
the
V.
dip, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The dog leg in it, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to make sure that we pop this together perfectly. So just going to, you're going to line them up from that middle piece or from the end. You know, again, depends which you find easiest to do. But I just need to prise that open because I know that I glued all the way to the end and I didn't need to. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this one. So I can tape both sides. And that one's going to sit in the middle, just there. I'm going to push that right in. And again, making sure that they're all lined up just right. So, and then you're going to fold each side away from each other.
Yeah.
And that is literally, that's it. So then we're going to make sure I've got some glue on both these sides. And again, I'm going to use my tape pen now just for speed because obviously time-wise. But again, you're going to pop it in, you're going to glue it into one corner, miss a corner, glue it into that corner, miss a corner and glue it into that corner. So we're going to pop that one in first. I'm going to miss a corner. I'm going to go into that one.
It almost just falls into the right place, doesn't it?
It does.
You almost don't have to think about it.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, you didn't even place that 3rd one in and it was in the right corner before.
Yeah, just did it all by itself. So there we go. So if I just squash that flat, give it a nice good burnish, and I have got my little vase. So then you can see that I've got lots already cut out, and again, just using our textured cardstock that comes with any of your collections. We get textured cardstock with most of them. And all I've done is just, you've got that embossed line that you can follow. So I've just highlighted it just with one of my classiques. And then these 2, that's one of our gold metallic pens. And that's one of the silver ones.
Is it like a little faux stitch?
Yes.
That's pretty. I like that. I love those lilies.
Can you see?
I love the lilies, the white ones.
Yeah. So it's just, again, so, I mean, we've got that incredible deal on our Spectrum Noir stuff today. So it's just bringing those in. This, again, it's just one of my classic pens in one of the yellows. I've got the pink, and then I've just edged slight with a pink tulip. And we're just going to build up this. You saw me do these. We've just cut these out with that beautiful Remy McIntosh.
That's a lovely green. And the fact that you've done the stems in the same green just looks...
Yeah.
It's going to look beautiful.
It's just about sort of tying everything in, isn't it, to each other. Let's pop that one there. So it's going to be the front, and then let's pop this one on the inside. It's a shame I didn't get to do my... Well, I've got another 2 ones. I've just taken way too long, haven't I? There we go.
It's better to take a bit longer and show everybody how easy they are to make.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So let me just pop that up there, and then I'm going to bring this in. So I've just got a piece of card, white card, and it is 8 by 6.5. I've got a lovely matte and layer, so textured cardstock and some patterned on there. I've gutted this one because I thought I'm making all those flowers. I can gut it and use that extra for my stamens.
Stems.
Stems. Oh, thank God I've got you.
Sorry, I didn't want to correct you, but stamens is a different bit. But we knew what you meant. I shouldn't have corrected you then.
No, it's absolutely fine because I'm rubbish with words. So I've got my tube already made, and this is, again, it's the same width, and each side is 2 inches. And I'm just going to glue this to the bottom. So again, I'm going to bring in my tape pen for speed. And have you noticed I've got my flick down perfect today? I don't normally do that.
You don't normally do what, sorry?
My flick. You know, with the glue pen, you're supposed to flick at the end.
Yeah.
I always forget to do it and then end up in a bit of a mess. But I've got it down perfect today.
Good.
Little things. Right, so this is going to glue to the back of here, and I want it to sit nicely on here.
Yeah.
But what you need to do is you need to have this like 1/8 of an inch higher than where this is, because when you want to open it up, it needs just that little bit, that sliver between this and that, just for it to sit perfectly. So if I sit that right down onto it, it's just going to sit a little bit awkward for me.
It's not going to let it do a right angle, is it?
No, it's definitely not. So, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape that one panel to the back. I don't want them all on there. So I'm just going to, actually, let me just trim that down because it's just peeking over the top just a little. So I'm going to turn this to the side so I can see. I'm going to hold that at a lovely right angle, and I'm just going to pop that in the middle, I think. So let me just turn it back round. I think it's because I'm left-handed. My mum always said I did everything cack-handed.
Yeah.
And I think I do. I'd like to do everything in an awkward way. So that is just a little bit too high, so I'm just going to lift it up, and I'm just going to bring it down just ever so slightly. But because I didn't give it a real good burnish, I've got the time to do that. So fold
I've just
that
had
down.
a comment from Angela saying, these are pretty looking projects. The die set looks great. I remember trying to make these in the past, measuring angles and working out cutting and scoring lines. Took ages. No, life's too short, Angela. You don't need to be doing that. There's no measuring, there's no scoring. It's all done for you. So yes, please, I think this is definitely the way to go. I am not into making life difficult. Please make it as easy as you can. And I think, yes, having a die that's going to do all the hard work for you is really the way to go.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's like we were saying, all those measurements and angles and stuff, it's all done for you.
Yeah.
And it's it's what you want, really, isn't it?
It is.
You don't want to have to. We do that for you so you can just do this bit, which is the fun bit.
Yeah. Thea says you can make Christmas card with poinsettias with these dies. That'd be lovely. A vase full of poinsettia, red, and how beautiful would that be?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because again, like you were saying, fantasy flower earlier almost, absolutely do these in whatever colour comes to mind for you.
Yeah.
So, again, all I'm doing is I'm just building my vase up, my flower embellishment. I'm going to keep turning it round to see where I want to be popping things, and I'm going to turn it back round this way so I can see into my vase.
Myra ordered this yesterday, so she will have this in a few days. So savvy shopping there, Myra.
Yes.
She's
going to love it.
Catching up with the show and loving your demos, so that's great. Oh, we've not got long.
Oh, right.
Pressure.
Oh, not much then. So what I'm going to do is, you can see how I've got lots of elements. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my bow. I've die cut that out twice. We're just going to give that a lovely drop shadow.
Have you got a finished one?
I have, yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. I'll bring that in. So let's just give this a lovely drop shadow there. And again, I'm still going to give my bottoms, what are they called on the bottom? I still call them, they're my bunny ears. You know when you teach your kids how to tie their laces? You've got the bunny ears and the tails.
Tails, that's the word. It's the tails of a bow, definitely.
Yeah. So if I pop that on there.
The contrast, that peachy colour with the green is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So if I pop that on there, I do have a little sentiment somewhere. Doesn't matter so much, but that is going to stand beautifully. You're going to really build that up. But if I bring in the one that I've already made.
Oh, look at that with that volume of flowers.
I really went for it. So you can see that I definitely haven't got time to finish that off. But the sentiment just for you is, again, the one from this kit. But I've really just gone to town with those flowers, which is what you're going to do.
There we go. Right, can we see all that you have made then, please, Michelle? So starting with your first one.
Right, so let me bring this in.
Little pop-up vase, your little white pop-up vase.
Yes, so number one is exactly how it's supposed to be, just my lovely little vase. So that's number one.
Number two.
Let me pop that down a minute. Number two is showing you how you can pop it onto the front of a card and have a nice, lovely, simple, elegant card.
Yep, that's
number two.
Number three.
Number three is my box.
Absolutely
my lovely
gorgeous.
Pop-up box or pop-out box or exploding box
Exploding box. There you go.
We got there. And then number four.
Oh, look at the other one. Let's look at the other one with all the flowers in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
There we
Try
go.
Again. There we go.
Absolutely beautiful. There, number four. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Let's see how quickly Grace can count those up. So, ooh. Lillian says, I don't know how many rounds there will be of this, Lillian. She says, I have an idea for Play Your Cards, Your Crafts Right game, which you might be really good at. Gets the adhesive or tape by the sound of its application. Perhaps we can have different ones. Regular tape, dotty tape, scissors, guillotine, you know, could be, you know,
yeah.
I like that, yes, absolutely. Guess the noise, absolutely perfect, yes. Yes, so many people saying they've bought it. Bethan says gave in and bought the Pop-Up Vase collection. Violet Hastings says, love this style. We said Myra had ordered hers. Fred171 says, oh my word, love this design, Michelle. Would you please show more of your skill in additional show, please? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we do all the time, yes. Gorgeous, Michelle says Thea. Beautiful, Michelle says Miriam, I've loved all your demos today. Tigster says, wow. Wilma says, absolutely gorgeous. Now, is that Grace telling me? I think she was. Basically, the answers is a landslide because I'm only getting something, but what Grace has put through, I think she's saying that everybody has voted for the same demo and I apologise if it's not, but that's just what I'm seeing. It is demo number 4.
Aww.
I'm not surprised. I'm not allowed to sway the vote, but that is where I would have gone to. Now, we have demo of the day. So this is going to be a tricky one. Demo 1 is going to be Michelle's first card, and that's the one you've done the video that's going to come out, isn't it? Is that right or not?
No.
Oh,
so the video is the one of just the vase as it is.
All right, okay, perfect. So that's demo number 1. Then demo number 2 was from our Becky, and it was our traditional paper piecing. Was that the word from it? That's gorgeous. Just to show you, just so everyone can see, she was showing me how easy it is to peel off the paper when you've finished foundation paper piecing, because you've got the perforation, so when you finish you just peel the paper off. But look at that, how gorgeous is that? So that's demo number 2, and demo number 3 is over with our Michelle. It's that gorgeous pop-up vase. So I'm not sure which way this one's going to go. we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, so if you could now vote for demo of the show, 1, 2 or 3, and then we can go with that. So the next thing we're going to look at is a very special collection of opaque pigment inks. So opaque pigment inks dry lovely and shiny, and they can allow you to both emboss and to do your blending. Now this collection has been put together, this range of colours, absolutely perfectly. It's been put together especially for this collection to work with vases. It's just a beautiful collection and you're going to want it anyway. You're going to get lemon tonic, Chinese red, orange, spring meadow, pink tulip, they're in a different order every time I show you, fuchsia, whoops, come down a bit, there we go, fuchsia, friar brown, parakeet, and also ocean blue. So I've been telling you today that Spectrum Noir products are on a 3 for 2, but that's 30% saving. We're going to do you this one on a 35% saving. So the price today, look at that, £35 or $53. And so your platinum price is going to go right down to £28 or $42.40, which is an absolutely amazing saving. Perfect ones. If you love your heat embossing, then these are the ones that you're going to want to get. And they're alive and they're skidding all over the table, so I'm going to put them over there. And then the other thing I want to show you, just while they come through, so that was demo of the show, it's still not come through, demo of the day. So the cardstock, now this is going to be brilliant for your vases, it's going to be brilliant for any mats and layerings that you want to do. And it's our Centura Pearl 100 sheet bundle. So you're going to get 10 sheets of each one that I show you, and half is going to be in the pearl. So you've got the cherry, the baby pink, the mint green, the platinum, and the, oh, there we go, the rose gold. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful colours. And the other half, the other 50 sheets, are all going to be our glitter card. So you've got the rose gold in the glitter, in the royal blue, so gorgeous. It's all encapsulated glitter card, this. I never mentioned that, encapsulated. So it doesn't matter what you do, die cut it. You're not going to feel like glitter. So I know some people don't like handling glitter card, but don't worry, this doesn't feel like traditional glitter card. Your Christmas red and your Christmas green. So you're going to save over 15% on this one, knocking the price down from £33 to £26.40 or $42.40. Absolute brilliant, brilliant deal. So if you want that, that's a perfect deal to be stocking up on there. Now, where do you think? What do you reckon? Demo of the day.
Oh, have we got 3?
Yeah. You are allowed to pick one of yours.
3.
You are right. Number 3. We're allowed to blow our own trumpet here. That one is absolutely gorgeous. That is a beautiful one. That is going through as demo of the day. That's a good one. There's some cracking demos this week.
Yeah,
yes.
I was looking earlier, there's some lovely stuff up
really
there.
Really beautiful ones, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, we'll take that one through. So thank you to everyone that voted. And I got to say thank you to everyone who has given us such positive feedback for this brilliant collection. Now you're going to be seeing a lot more of it through the next couple of weeks. I think you're going to love it. But get it in your basket, because I don't think it's going to hang around for long. I think by the time we come along with our craft along in a couple of weeks, it's going to be educational as our craft along. You're not going to be able to buy it at the time. So please, please pick that up before it disappears. The stock they gave us for our launch day is virtually all gone, so we're already eking into next week's stock. Now, I'm going to be heading back off home, so thank you for having me. I'll be back up here on Thursday with some really exciting bits and pieces. I've got a lovely craft along, I hope. I don't know who's joining me, but I'm looking forward to that. So tomorrow, you're still here tomorrow, aren't you, Michelle?
I am.
So Michelle's here tomorrow with our lovely Becky. So they're doing Play Your Crafts Right first. Can you remember what you're doing after that? Because I don't know.
Yes, so I have starter skills with stencils.
Really lovely.
Yeah. So I love having a bit of a play with the stencils. So we've got inks and we've got some glitter paste for those. And then Creative Cravings is nesting dies. So we're going to show you lots of different ways to use your nesting dies.
Yeah, I love these new weekend formats. Oh, and you play your crafts right, it's the Christmas themed. We've moved away from crafts, so they play your crafts right, but with Christmas themed. So yeah, I've been told it's quite musical tomorrow.
Yes.
Quite musical. I hope you know your Christmas songs. So,
yes, you need to know your lyrics.
I hate to tell you this, but I have a funny feeling Becky's probably going to be really good on this one.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so be practicing all night. So Roseanne says, thank you to Corrine and Michelle, Superstar Grace, the awesome CTT team for a terrific and informative show. Wishing you all a wonderful weekend. So that is lovely, and we are wishing exactly the same back to you. So thank you so much to everyone who's joined in. Thank you to everybody that's commented, and a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's purchased this today. So I'll say goodbye for now until Thursday. Michelle will be back in the morning. Have a lovely evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and I hope you keep well, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.